Hi everybody, I'm Carolyn Mano, and today on AKC Good Dog TV, we are celebrating 2 of this year's winners of the AKC Humane Fund Awards for Canine Excellence. And we're going to look back at a story from the AKC Good Dog TV archives that features a yellow lab named Dilly who is helping ease anxiety and stress for young patients and their families at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. A lot to look forward to. Don't go anywhere because AKC Good Dog TV starts right now.
Good girl. Let's go, let's go. You like the camera? You a camera girl?
Incredible. This dog can truly run.
He's a good boy.
Oh, yeah. He is the best of the best. He truly is.
Ready, set, go, get! It's a championship splash!
The AKC Humane Fund Awards for Canine Excellence, sponsored by Eukanuba, are also known more simply as the ACE Awards. And for 25 years, this prestigious honor has been presented to hardworking dogs or groups for making significant contributions to either an individual or an entire community.
Go. The ACE Awards, Awards for Canine Excellence, started in 2000, and they're a way for AKC to recognize outstanding dogs that have contributed greatly either to an individual, a family, or to the community at large.
The mission is to bring attention to the disciplines that these dogs work in. So, although only one dog might get the medallion, they are representing an entire army of people and other dogs who do the very same work all over the country.
There are 7 categories that are part of the awards for Canine Excellence. The ACE Award category for service dogs are those dogs that perform some service for their owner. The uniformed service canines have very specific training to help aid those police officers and our military in very specific ways. The exemplary companion is a category where a dog doesn't need any formal credentialing or titling, but they still give back in some way to their community. The ACE Award category for therapy dog are those dogs that go out and perform some form of therapy work, but they actually have to have some form of credential to be a therapy dog. The Search and Rescue Dog category for the AKC Humane Fund ACE Awards, which now exist in 2 different categories. We have human detection search and rescue dogs, as well as disaster response search and rescue dogs, and a new category, the teams category, and it specifically recognizes a group or an organization. So they could be search and rescue dogs, therapy dogs, they could be uniformed service canines, but in this teams category, we're honoring an entire group of dogs doing that work.
AKC is about responsible dog ownership and building a bond with your dog and responsible training. And so these dogs highlight all of those things. These are great trained dogs that are working alongside their humans, and it also just really emphasizes the human-canine bond, which AKC is all about, enjoying dogs, celebrating dogs, and finding special ones out there.
This year's winner of the AKC Humane Fund Award for Canine Excellence in the Search and Rescue Dog category for human detection is an English Springer Spaniel named Maple. Working for the St. Joseph County Sheriff's Office in Michigan, Maple displayed an incredible work ethic and a talent for being able to detect on both land and water. And along with Maple's owner, Sue Stayskull, this duo has made a huge impact on both the community and their fellow first responders.
When working Maple, I think one of her endearing qualities is her joy of working.
Good girl.
And so when we're on a search, she goes and goes and goes. But when she's going, you'll see her tail never stops. And honestly, she inspires me to keep going because she's my partner. I need to.
Good girl. Good job.
Maple, she is just very energetic. Like when it's time to work, she is ready to work and just one speed is go.
Maple's been a big part of
searches in our county for cadavers and things like that, and been an integral part of our agency for several years.
Whether it's on land, whether it's in the water, when she encounters it, you know it, and she's committed to it.
You got to have that relationship between the handler and the dog, and they know each other, and to be able to funnel that energy with that discipline, to me, that's probably one of the most impressive things.
You can't have Sue without Maple, and you can't have Maple without Sue.
Grew up in a blue-collar family. My dad was a firefighter. And when I grew up, I went to Michigan State University to study what's now called veterinary nursing. And very quickly ended up getting a dog and then getting another dog. That started my field trialing, showed them off and on for 30 years, but did a lot of performance events, obedience, tracking, and then later on conformation. I worked at Michigan State University in the vet school for 20 years, and then a PhD in animal science focusing on toxicology and pathology. And it was so interesting that my interest in dogs matched up my professional world and, partnered into handling human remains detection dogs. And that's when I started in law enforcement as a volunteer special deputy and then reserve deputy. I watched my dad be a firefighter, and for some reason, I felt the way that I could help most or best would be through dogs.
Sue and I have worked together for a long time. For Sue, it's not about awards, it's about doing the job and serving our people. She truly embraces that. She's a volunteer here, and she puts in so many hours for us, and not just our agency, many others. And we appreciate that, and we appreciate everything she has done and will continue doing in the future.
So I got Maple as an 8-week-old puppy, and she has been by my side for almost 10 years now. She's an English Springer Spaniel. She's from the Top Field Kennel in Canada. Very high drive dogs who are dedicated to hunt and play. When I'm working her on land, I'll take her to a spot. I will give her kind of her search area. I will let her go. I'll tell her to search, and she'll run kind of crazy for a little bit, and then she'll settle in. With her, her trained alert is a sit. So when she gets as close as she can, she'll sit. What a good girl. Yeah. And then I know we have a find. There's your face. I also introduced her to the concept of target odor from water. Instead of her characteristic sit, with her on a boat, it's change of behavior and her anticipation and joy of finding the odor. Seeing a dog do what they're bred to do is, to me, the most joyful thing, because when they're doing it, you see how happy they are doing it, and that makes me happy. I decided to nominate Maple for the ACE Award because I just felt I wanted to recognize her. Whether other people did or not didn't matter. And then when they called and they said she won, I was like, holy cow, and I am so proud of her. She's just been a really, really good friend. She's exuberant, she's sweet, she's Maple.
Welcome back to AKC Good Dog TV. This year's winner of the AKC Humane Fund Award for Canine Excellence in the Uniform Service Canine category is Kiva, a bloodhound with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department Canine Unit. Kiva and handler Deputy Gabriel Hasso have had a remarkable number of missing person recoveries and criminal suspect locations in just a short time on the job together. And this special bond that the duo has developed has been really instrumental in the safety of the community they serve.
We kind of have our little moment before every single trail. We talk to each other, and she whines back to me and it's like, I got you, Dad. Don't worry about it. We're gonna go find him. Just hold on. been able to help countless people be reunited with their families, and being a part of that is amazing. She goes out and finds people, and nobody that gets away from her.
What makes their team so remarkable is you just look at their success rate. They have 47 fines in 2 years. There are dogs that will work as trailing dogs in different agencies for their entire life, 10 years, and never have a fine.
Kiva is amazing. We call her the cheat code out of the group because she's just an amazing dog. She has such a chill personality, but when she puts that harness on, like, she's ready to work, and we can count on her to take us to the right direction.
I am very impressed with Kiva and Gabe together as a team. It means a lot knowing that they're doing so much good for other people in our community and helping other agencies too.
There's a saying in the canine world that my dog's the best dog, and I fully and truly believe that Kiva is the best and only dog out there that can do this job. There's nothing that Kiva can't do. She does it, and does it with a big goofy smile on her face and those big floppy ears flapping in the wind wherever we go. My mom was in law enforcement. She was a welfare fraud investigator for LA County. Growing up, I was just around cops and knowing this is what I wanted to do. And I knew that I wanted to be a canine handler. One of the first moments where I realized it was watching Turner and Hooch, probably my favorite movie. I grew up having dogs my whole life. Very early on, I think I was in 5th or 6th grade, my parents got me a Rottweiler. And my mom said, the only way you're keeping this dog is if you train it. I said, absolutely. We did the obedience class and finished the class, and my mom saw that, okay, yeah, he's serious.
When Gabe got hired with the Sheriff's Department, he was on a few different assignments and he made the best of everything that he had, but he started showing an interest in working with the dogs. And unbeknownst to me, he was already kind of training with the team, like before he even knew that they were gonna get a dog for his department.
I had the opportunity to go pick my partner, and I got to fly out to Tallahassee and really kind of learn the nuances of how these puppies are trained. Got it narrowed down to probably the most rambunctious one of the group, and lo and behold, here came Kiva. She was very locked on and understood the game of hide and seek, and it was a great experience.
Deputy Hasso has a highly developed ability to read Kiva. A lot of handlers never really understand how to read their dogs very well unless they really spend a lot of time working with them. These two really developed a strong bond and ability to work together early on, almost immediately when he got her.
There was a lot of growing pains, a lot of training outside of work. It's not just your 40-hour work week. A lot of my days off was spent out tracking and trailing with her to hone those skills and to perfect our craft. But I think that's been the biggest thing for Kiva and I, is that we've had to grow up together.
Those two work together like nothing I've ever seen. They truly are partners, because when Gabe's sad, Kiva knows where to go. And when Kiva's not feeling well, Gabe can obviously sense it. So they just know enough about each other by this point where it's a really good bond that they have.
Kiva is an amazing dog. She has a tremendous amount of drive, and she also is kind of puppyish, so she has kind of a little playful side. So when she is out working, you can tell she really enjoys it.
Kiva is special. She's a special partner. She's a special dog. She's the epitome of a working dog for a canine handler. I'm beyond words excited for this award for her. It's been a lot of time and effort put into her to get her to this point.
Kiva fulfills this other piece of his life that he was meant to do. He's meant to help his community. He's meant to help these people and the public, and Kiva plays such a big critical role in that.
And she has an innate ability to do her job, and she does it tremendously. She's my goofball. I love her, and she's my best friend and the best canine that I could have ever asked for.
Welcome back to AKC Good Dog TV. Now we'll go back into the AKC Good Dog TV archives and revisit the story of a yellow lab named Dilly, who's a facility dog at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Dilly really helps to motivate kids during rehabilitation, comforts them during really difficult times, and tries to ease the anxiety and stress that both the patients and the families there have.
Dilly is a facility dog that works here at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. I had been a child life specialist here for about 4 years before I got Dilly, and we started our facility dog program about 3 years ago when we got Dilly from Susquehanna Service Dogs, and he's our first dog. And some of Dilly's jobs here are to help patients to motivate them throughout their therapy sessions, also teach kids how to take medicine through his Take Your Medicine cue. That's something as a skill as a child life specialist we use a lot with patients, and that's my background. And then also just to provide comfort for kids when they're having a tough day.
Let me see you hide it. Good job. Nice, James.
A lot of our kids have gone from like fully functioning to having a lot of deficits that they need to work on. So to give them that little bit of relief, whether it's like comic relief because Dilly has done some funny things at times, or just a way where they don't have to feel like they're in such a tough situation.
Oh, so good. Give him a hug. His soft ears.
Aww.
The difference between Dilly and I would say a service dog is that a service dog is a dog that is trained to help a partner and work with them individually, whereas a facility dog, their job is to help multiple people throughout the organization.
When Dilly's there, it's like a whole different world for them. The therapists are cool sometimes, but Dilly's the best.
He loves to meet people, he's goofy. I think he recognizes when maybe there's some stress or tension in the room, and he just kind of has this way of get people more comfortable and just continue to greet, person after person with that warmth and make them feel special and unique. I think that's really incredible. Dilly, his half-sister Nettle, joined us in June with his handler Danielle, and Danielle had previously worked with Dilly as one of his secondary handlers.
Nettle and Dilly make such a great team. They both have different personalities that suits the areas that they work.
So it's just exciting to see the program growing, to know that the work that we were doing has encouraged us to get more dogs, and that we're seeing the need and getting requests throughout the hospital now.
All of the patients here really, truly love each and all of the dogs. They get excited when they get to meet one or both or the other, and it's really nice to see, how they complement each other.
I think one of the greatest gifts that you can offer to a child is to spend time with a dog and to be so closely connected to them. And I always, use the phrase that it is very humbling.
Go ahead, use righty. Good.
I'm really looking forward to the program, continuing to grow, to add new dogs.
The growth of the department has been really exciting to see. I know we just have 2 dogs now, but the hope is that we will continue to grow our department and get more dogs, and for more patients to get their hands and experience with more facility dogs.
Working with the facility dogs just continues to promote joy for everybody in the hospital.
It's been such a positive experience for lots of the patients and the families that are here in the hospital.
They are inviting you into their life at one of the most vulnerable times, and so to be able to connect with that patient and provide some comfort and reassurance and normalcy, and to be able to be present and vulnerable with them really is something that I think changes your human connection with others. It's something you can't put into words and describe, but it really has been just so much meaningful work.
For the love of all things dog, including information on how to best care for your dog, visit akc.org. Everything we do for dogs. Welcome back to AKC Good Dog TV. Today we had a chance to meet some truly amazing dogs who have made a real impact on their communities. We met Kiva and Maple, two winners of this year's AKC Humane Fund Award for Canine Excellence. And we also saw how important Dilly the facility dog is in the lives of both patients and their families at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And if you want to watch more great stories like Dilly's, see more incredible content from the American Kennel Club, you can always visit us at AKC.TV. I'm Carolyn Manno. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on AKC Good Dog TV. The competition that you are going to see here today is world class. These professional handlers have worked tirelessly with their dogs to pull off two sports that really exemplify what this is all about.
Yeah, get that feet! Get that body, go! Bell feet! Yeah!
Go, go, go. Come on, go! Go! Hey, good girl!
In first place, Macy and Hot Shot.
Hi everybody, I'm Carolyn Manno, and today on AKC Good Dog TV, we are going to celebrate two winners of this year's AKC Humane Fund Awards for Canine Excellence. And we'll look back at a story from the AKC Good Dog TV archives that features a facility dog named Jimmy, who helps students with developmental disabilities. We have got a lot in store for you today, so sit back and relax for today's episode of AKC Good Dog TV.
Good girl. Let's go, let's go. You like the camera? You a camera girl?
Incredible. This dog can truly run.
He's a good boy.
Oh, yeah. He is the best of the best. He truly is.
Ready, set, go! It's a championship splash!
The AKC Humane Fund Award for Canine Excellence, sponsored by Eukanuba, are also known more simply as the ACE Awards. And for 25 years, this prestigious honor has been presented to hardworking dogs or groups for making a significant contribution either to an individual or to an entire community.
Go. The ACE Awards, Awards for Canine Excellence, started in 2000, and they're a way for AKC to recognize outstanding dogs that have contributed greatly either to an individual, a family, or to the community at large.
The mission is to bring attention to the disciplines that these dogs work in. So, although only one dog might get the medallion, they are representing an entire army of people and other dogs who do the very same work all over the country.
There are 7 categories that are part of the awards for Canine Excellence. The ACE Award category for service dogs are those dogs that perform some service for their owner. The uniformed service canines have very specific training to help aid those police officers and our military in very specific ways. The exemplary companion is a category where a dog doesn't need any formal credentialing or titling, but they still give back in some way to their community. The ACE Award category for therapy dog are those dogs that go out and perform some form of therapy work, but they actually have to have some form of credential to be a therapy dog. The Search and Rescue Dog category for the AKC Humane Fund ACE Awards, which now exist in 2 different categories. We have human detection search and rescue dogs, as well as disaster response search and rescue dogs, and a new category, the teams category, and it specifically recognizes a group or an organization. So they could be search and rescue dogs, therapy dogs, they could be uniformed service canines, but in this teams category, we're honoring an entire group of dogs doing that work.
AKC is about responsible dog ownership and building a bond with your dog and responsible training. And so these dogs highlight all of those things. These are great trained dogs that are working alongside their humans, and it also just really emphasizes the human-canine bond, which AKC is all about, enjoying dogs, celebrating dogs, and finding special ones out there.
This year's winner of the AKC Humane Fund Award for Canine Excellence in the Search and Rescue Dog category for disaster response is Flint. This German Shepherd dog and his owner, Jennifer Michelson, are members of New Jersey Task Force 1, which is a FEMA urban search and rescue team. And they have been deployed to disasters both locally and across the country. But what makes Flint stand out is his boundless energy for his job and his ability to emotionally support his fellow first responders. Flint is a remarkable dog who seems to relish his dual roles on the job.
One reason why I think Flint is special is the way he is on deployments. Okay, go find. Go. He has always been super athletic. He has very cat-like agility.
Jen and Flint, they're both a solid team. Flint is an absolute workhorse. I call him a beast.
Flint is an amazing animal. I've watched that dog work tirelessly through many real-world deployments.
Flint is very intense with his searching. He lives for the job, he knows his job, and he will work until we are done.
I think Flint knows he has a dual role, not only in his precision job in the field, but as a bit of a therapy dog to calm everybody else down back at base.
He is there really to search and to work. He is a working dog, but when he comes off the pile, he generally will run up to somebody and lean against them.
I've watched Flint just walk up to rescuers and just soothe that rescuer down. I don't know how Flint knows that, but the dog just knows.
I'm a biologist and I trained horses. And I also, for some reason, had a dream of being a canine search and rescue handler. And I wasn't entirely sure what that meant, but I wanted to help people and I wanted to be able to serve my community. I also grew up with German Shepherds, so German Shepherds really were the dog that I envisioned. I love everything about them. But when I was an adult and had a backyard, I found a team, New Jersey Rescue and Recovery Canine Unit, and I was very lucky that I got in with such quality dog trainers. So I started learning a lot. A lot of the training horses did transfer to training dogs. And I just fell in love with training dogs and training search and rescue, especially. Flint is my third partner, and I did know he was special pretty early on. He's a strong dog and super social, loves people, enjoys attention from people. He's got a fantastic off switch. He works very intensely, but at home, he's very easy to live with. He settles nicely. And Surfside was really where I realized how important it was for us to allow our dogs to be therapy dogs. At Surfside, we're there a long time, and it was a really hard atmosphere. I sent him that first day, and he goes forward, and then he looks back at me, and I'm like, this is a bad pile. He looks back at me, and he goes, really, Mom? And I said, yeah, go find. And he just went up, and he searched. And then day after day, we're doing this. And then the guys come back off the pile and they're just tired and they're dirty. And every time somebody came off the pile and they saw him, they come to pet Flint. And then they can talk a little bit about how much they miss home and their kids at home and using him as a way to be able to relax and share.
There's a lot of stress that we go through. There's a lot of things that we see and experience that, you know, as firefighters, we don't necessarily want to share. But when the dog just comes to you and leans into you, it's just such a soothing feeling.
It was another part of what I believe is his job, is to act as a therapy dog at large scenes. And because he is such a strong dog and he is so confident and he is so self-assured, that this was something that even if he got tired, he could do. That's why he's so special. Flint became a father about 4 months ago. So I now have a 18-week-old male puppy whose name is Bear, and he will be my next live find partner. He is doing really well with his small searches, and he seems like a natural on the rubble like his daddy. I think he's going to be as confident as Flint, and I think he's going to be just as social with people. I think that Flint is the bestest of the best and the end all and be all. We've got more years behind us than we have in front of us, and I am extremely grateful to have this dog. I am privileged to have this dog. He's a good dog.
Welcome back to AKC Good Dog TV. This year's winner of the AKC Humane Fund Awards for Canine Excellence in the Service Dog category is a Labrador Retriever named Bee. And Bee's owner, Buddy Niner, is both a veteran of the Marine Corps and the Air National Guard. During his time in the Marine Corps, Buddy was deployed to Afghanistan, and in the following years, he has had to manage the mental and emotional scars of war. And during that time, Bee has been Buddy's constant companion and a source for emotional support, but even more impressively, she does the same for Buddy's fellow firefighters, making a difference in the lives of everybody around her.
So Bee's kind of a spunky little sassy girl. I have real high anxiety. If I start getting nervous in a crowd or a group of people, she'll come between my legs and then kind of push up against it. Just like redirect you with what's going on, like, hey, I'm here, everything's gonna be okay.
All right, today for Wednesday, I have command with Bee. Engine 13-2, Captain's Reinhardt. Driver's Chilcote, right bucket's Niner. Left bucket's Fafari. Engine 13-3, Captain's Whitmore, driver's Zanelli, right bucket's Miley, left bucket's Morgan. All right, good stuff. You guys gonna knock out truck checks? Bees in command. Clean.
I work as a firefighter here at Letterkenny Fire Department for the Department of Defense. I love working here. The people, atmosphere is great, everybody's welcoming. Nice little tight-knit community.
I know you. All right, sit down.
Chief Dave McGlynn. He's great. He also welcomed that I had a service dog with me. He was open-minded about it and all about it.
I'm a huge advocate for mental health. What an opportunity to have Buddy, who is a great fit, passionate about service life, and then have the dog be here, and she's going to be able to just give that extra bonus, that extra gap that you don't realize needs filled until the dog's there.
Me personally and selfishly, I enjoy it because petting her de-stresses my time frame there, and basically like a mental reset for me, and that's invaluable.
So at work, there's always good calls, bad calls, tons of stress. Bee's always there to nudge you, snuggle you, lay on you, lick you. Even if the other guys are having bad days, she knows it and comes right over and starts loving on them and just changing, redirecting them to something happy and calming.
Not to take away from Buddy, because the point of the service animal is that she's assigned to the person. And for all that Buddy's contributed to the nation, to the military and all that, he deserves to have her. But selfishly, we all benefit from having Bee.
Both my grandfathers served in World War II, both in the Army. My dad served in Vietnam in the Marine Corps, and then I served in Afghanistan with the Marines. The thing I enjoyed the most about being in the military was being able to serve my country and give back, because that's a huge thing for me, to be able to take care of my fellow Marine and airmen. The first time I met Sergeant Smith, I was new to the unit, and he was definitely one of the Marines that taught me a lot about leadership, being there for your guys no matter what, and to get the mission accomplished. When we were in Afghanistan, 3rd Platoon was doing a patrol, and a suicide bomber came up to the patrol and detonated. Sergeant Smith was a casualty of that. Sergeant Smith died a couple days later from his injuries, and there's a whole bunch of other Marines that were also injured from that blast. First, I was very angry, number one with myself, number two just in general for what happened. Like, what if we would have done something different? What if I would have done something different? And that takes a toll on your body, your mental health, everything. After that, when we got back home, trying just to get a regular job and fit back in with society was the hardest part, because some people understand it, some people don't. So you kind of feel defeated more than ever, more or less thinking that you are broken, there's no help, no nothing. And I happened to pull my phone out and was just trying to calm myself down. And that's when I saw the picture of a puppy namesake after Sergeant Smith. I went down there to volunteer Warrior Canine Connection at the headquarters. They had different levels of training down there where they have the advanced dogs, they have the dogs that are just learning, then they have puppies there also. And after a few months of doing that, they made the suggestion like, hey, you're a perfect candidate for a service dog. But then one day when I was leaving after one of those, Beatrice was walking across the grass and just kind of made a beeline straight for me. And ever since then, she's been with me, matched perfect.
Girl,
When I transferred here to Letterkenny Fire Department and the DOD, they welcomed me and Bee with open arms. Bee sees them every day, makes her rounds to say hi to everybody. The guys love her, and of course I love her. She's always there, and you never feel judged no matter what you say or you do. She's just there to be happy and to be there with you. Makes me feel like I always have somebody there with me, that I'm never alone. She's always there kind of looking out for you like a battle buddy.
Welcome back to AKC Good Dog TV. Now we're going to go to a story from the AKC Good Dog TV archive about Jimmy, a facility dog who works at the Lark School, which is a special needs school in New Jersey that serves students with developmental disabilities. The impact that Jimmy has made on the students and staff at this school is immeasurable.
Lark School was established in 1968, and it was established for a group of kids who were literally told there's no room anywhere else. It began in the basement of a church, and it's grown into a 58,000 square foot building now that has 100 students. Our student population has severe and complex needs. And you would think, oh my gosh, it must be so sad here. But it's not. It's one of the happiest places you can be because we give these kids the ability to achieve their full potential. We have a dog here. His name is Jimmy. He's a 3-year-old purebred golden retriever. He came to us from the Guide Dog Vet Dogs organization, which is up in New York. And it's just been an incredible experience having Jimmy here. And for the kids, he's a motivator. He's a friend. He will allow kids to accomplish what they never thought that they could accomplish.
We love having Jimmy here. He's been great, and he's just as much a benefit for the students as for the staff. He doesn't see anything that is a barrier to someone else. Jimmy sees everybody, the same, and he thinks every kid is an equal, and he's just wonderful.
Jimmy is the type of creature that he can really warm anybody's heart. He can win anybody over. We had a student who was having some tremors, and Jimmy went over to him, put his head in his lap in what we call our relaxed position, and it was like a light switch. It just went off.
Cameron's hip has been hurting him for the last couple months. And we always try to tell him to think positive and to not think about it, so Jimmy helps that along. Jimmy, when they lay together or just Jimmy just being next to him, I think it comforts him. And he might be in pain, but Jimmy makes it feel better.
You know, dogs have the ability to give us unconditional love. They have the ability to make us not take ourselves too seriously. They have the ability to make us laugh. Jimmy doesn't see wheelchairs, crutches, anything. Jimmy just sees person. Jimmy just sees love. And one of the most beautiful things about Lark is that the kids don't see that either. They don't see differences. They just see similarities. They just see abilities. I can say that if our experience is any indication about the potential of using facility dogs, you should go for it.
For the love of all things dog, including information on how to best care for your dog, visit akc.org. Everything we do for dogs. Welcome back to AKC Good Dog TV. Now Mike Janella and the American Kennel Club's Bill Ellis will help to bust some common myths about our four-legged friends.
What's going on, everyone? We are back once again to bust some myths, and to do that is Bill Ellis from the American Kennel Club. Always has some light to shine on these fact or fictions. Here's a very old wives' tale I'm going to give you, Bill, but I used to hear that dogs' mouths are cleaner than humans' mouths, right? The self-cleaning, they can lick, they have special bacterias. True? False? You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Well, I think that maybe I missed this when I was a kid, Mike, but yes, I have heard this. And I think it's best to kind of operate under the assumption that no mouths are clean, okay? Humans, dogs, other animals, I don't think that anyone is necessarily cleaner than the other, but I think best to just, work under the assumption that nobody's cleaner.
Okay, so if we are working on the assumption that a dog's mouth isn't as clean as maybe we had thought generations ago, what do we do to make sure that the oral hygiene and that mouth care for our dogs is done as necessarily as possible?
Which is important, right? Especially as our dogs get older. So one, there's a lot of things that you can do at home. You can actually brush your dog's teeth. And that's something that can really help kind of prevent other issues down the road as they get older. But then also regular cleanings with your vet where they actually do a proper teeth cleaning. Your vet will, let you know when it's time to do that. But as long as you stay on top of it, they're going to have really healthy teeth.
All right, Bill, our canines, thank you, as do we. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Today we had a chance to meet some truly amazing dogs who have made an impact on the lives of so many people. We met Flint and Bee, two winners of this year's AKC Humane Fund Awards for Canine Excellence. We also saw how important Jimmy the facility dog is in the lives of both the students and the faculty at the Lark School in New Jersey. And if you want to watch more great stories and get more content from the American Kennel Club, you can visit us at akc.tv. I'm Carolyn Mano, and we will see you next time right here on AKC Good Dog TV. Hi everybody, I'm Carolyn Mano, and today on AKC Good Dog TV, we're going to celebrate two of this year's winners of the AKC Humane Fund Awards for Canine Excellence. Plus, we'll look back at a story from the AKC Good Dog TV archives that features the Tampa International Airport Canine Unit. We have got a lot in store for you today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode of AKC Good Dog TV.
Good girl. Let's go, let's go. You like the camera? You a camera girl?
Incredible. This dog can truly run.
He's a good boy.
Oh, yeah. He is the best of the best. He truly is.
Ready, set, go, get! It's a championship splash!
The AKC Humane Fund Awards for Canine Excellence, sponsored by Eukanuba, is also known as the ACE Award. And for 25 years, this prestigious honor has been presented to really hardworking dogs or groups for making significant contributions to an individual or to an entire community.
Go. The ACE Awards, Awards for Canine Excellence, started in 2000, and they're a way for AKC to recognize outstanding dogs that have contributed greatly either to an individual, a family, or to the community at large.
The mission is to bring attention to the disciplines that these dogs work in. So, although only one dog might get the medallion, they are representing an entire army of people and other dogs who do the very same work all over the country.
There are 7 categories that are part of the awards for Canine Excellence. The ACE Award category for service dogs are those dogs that perform some service for their owner. The uniformed service canines have very specific training to help aid those police officers and our military in very specific ways. The exemplary companion is a category where a dog doesn't need any formal credentialing or titling, but they still give back in some way to their community. The ACE Award category for therapy dog are those dogs that go out and perform some form of therapy work, but they actually have to have some form of credential to be a therapy dog. The Search and Rescue Dog category for the AKC Humane Fund ACE Awards, which now exist in two different categories. We have human detection search and rescue dogs, as well as disaster response search and rescue dogs, and a new category, the teams category, and it specifically recognizes a group or an organization. So they could be search and rescue dogs, therapy dogs, they could be uniformed service canines, but in this teams category, we're honoring an entire group of dogs doing that work.
AKC is about responsible dog ownership and building a bond with your dog and responsible training. And so these dogs highlight all of those things. These are great trained dogs that are working alongside their humans, and it also just really emphasizes the human-canine bond, which AKC is all about, enjoying dogs, celebrating dogs, and finding special ones out there.
This year's winner of the AKC Humane Fund Awards for Canine Excellence in the Teams category is Crisis Response Canines, which is a nonprofit comprised of certified canine teams across the country who provide strength, comfort, and emotional support in the aftermath of critical incidents. This special edition of Crisis Response Canines is presented by Fetch Pet Insurance, the most complete pet insurance.
Everybody knows what officers deal with, the amount of stress, just dealing with the day-to-day, that it's tough. The dogs really do a phenomenal job of getting people to loosen up and then talk about some of the issues and the emotions that they're going through to help them through the situation.
Good morning, ladies.
In a normal person's life, you see 1 or 2 horrible situations in a lifetime. We see this 8-10 times a day sometimes. And having the dogs in gives you that little break. You can kind of not forget what happened, but you have that almost like an intermission from all the grief and anxiety and stuff like that.
The mission of Crisis Response Canines really is to provide some comfort and some compassionate care to our communities, to our first responders, our healthcare teams after traumatic events.
We have a responsibility to make sure they're okay, because the cumulative effect of these events could have significant impact on their lives, on their family lives. It may not be the event of today. It may be something that happened 10 years ago that may impact them. And hopefully somewhere along the lines, we're able to actually change someone's life that they can live in a better way.
We have 2 levels of response teams. One we call our comfort teams, which is really like a community response team. The other one is a national deployment team. Our community response teams are working in our communities on a daily basis because there are tragedies and high stress events that happens every day. When there is a large-scale event, we do have the capability to deploy nationally.
We have about 140 dogs across the nation. Whether it's 1,500 miles away, whether it's 10 miles away, we do our best to deploy anywhere within 24 to 48 hours.
I was a master level agility competitor. Then I was really blessed with an incredible temperament dog, which is how I got into therapy dog work. As working as a therapy dog handler, we started to put the dogs in more high stress environments, and we realized at that point that the handler and the canine needed additional training, and that is how we founded Crisis Response Canines.
What makes Crisis Response Canines different from other organizations is the criteria that we have established for the canines and the handlers, which is very rigorous criteria.
We go outside the organization to make sure we have judges and people who are assessing the dogs to make sure that the dogs are meeting some sort of integrity outside of us.
Oh, you're a good boy. Our dogs are actually trained like a service dog, so they are considered working service dogs. When Crisis Response Canines is deployed to an event, they are deploying professionally trained handler and canine teams. And what that means is the handler will have training in the critical incident stress management and psychological first aid. So the handler is exceptionally prepared to not only deal with the environment and the individuals that they're interacting with, but they're also prepared to safely handle their canine in that environment as well.
Crisis Response Canine program is outstanding. John Hunt and his team do a phenomenal job. When the kids see the dogs, get to interact with the dogs, really at times will lower the temperature of the school, lower the tensions of students.
When the dogs come in, you're getting unconditional love. That dog is going to love you, and you can feel them take away the stress.
Hello, hi buddy. Hi.
It's incredible to think that we had started out in South Jersey and now we have 140 teams across the United States in 38 states, that these individuals are able to touch their communities on a daily basis.
I'm proud to be part of the organization, honored to be recognized in the way we are, and truly honored to be part of a couple of different organizations that we continue to serve those and help those as they go through their lives.
Welcome back to AKC Good Dog TV. This year's winner of the AKC Humane Fund Award for Canine Excellence in the Exemplary Companion category is Sid, a golden retriever owned by dog trainer Roberta Hockenberry, known as Bobby to her friends. Bobby recently had to have her left leg amputated because of medical complications, and as you might expect, that adjustment was very difficult. But to her surprise, her dog Sid, without being taught, started to help her with everyday tasks around the house. And while Bobby has other well-trained dogs, Sid is the only one who's able to help her on a daily basis.
Down. Sit. Good. Good. Stand. Good. You guys are good girls. I have 4 dogs. They're all golden retrievers. They just get up and they just want to train. And I think that's one of the best things in this whole world is training dogs.
Bobby's dogs are great, but Sid stands out. It's hard to explain, but the everyday experience that I had with Sid and Bobby interacting, I just never saw anything like it before. And the best way I can describe it is it was very empathetic.
I think Sid is the major stronghold of her existence. That darn dog is always there, no matter what.
I'm amazed on a daily basis at the things that Sid does just on her own. She carries my crutches up and down the steps. If I'm in the wheelchair, she gets in the dryer, gets stuff out of the dryer for me. Give me the rest of my clothes. Get it. Sid can pick up most anything. She can go to another room and generally find what I'm asking her to get, and if she brings the wrong thing, she's perfectly happy to go back. She basically can differentiate between things I want, and I don't know how it happened. If I would ask the other dogs to do something like that, I'm sure they would look at me like I have 2 heads. Not because they didn't want to do it, but they don't have that understanding. And for some reason, I just say, Sid gets it. She just gets it. Just whatever needs to be done, she just does it.
Bobby could not live without Sid. She could not live or function the way she does without Sid's assistance. Not only the physical assistance, but the emotional assistance.
I was diagnosed probably 25 years ago with rheumatoid arthritis. I had a boarding kennel and I groomed, and I was on my feet, and my feet hurt all the time. So I went to a podiatrist, and I was so excited because she said, I can help you. So scheduled this big surgery on my left foot, and that was June of 2024. And once I came home from the hospital, within 3 weeks, things went bad. I had MRSA, I went septic, almost died in the hospital. And then in October, we amputated because there was no saving the leg.
That was a traumatic, life-changing thing that happened. That not only stopped her from doing the things that she loved for a while, but her love of training took a very severe standstill. Sid was her emotional support.
Life throws things at you that sometimes you just gotta deal with. I can't say that I wasn't concerned, but I'm tough and hard-headed as hell. So I'm gonna continue doing what I wanna do for as long as I possibly can.
And this is her philosophy as far as I can see. I can't just sit here. I want to keep doing what I love. I'm going to do the best I can. And if it has to be in a wheelchair, well, it's going to be in a wheelchair.
Everybody's life changes, and you got two choices. You either go with it, or you sit at home and you feel sorry for yourself. I want to do stuff with my dogs. I have nice, well-bred dogs. I want people to see these dogs.
I started noticing things that Sid did that other dogs didn't do. Most of it was when Bobby became ill. When Bobby was down, I saw how Sid was empathetic to her. Sometimes if she just dropped things, Sid would just pick it up. She was just present.
Sid, go find my cell phone. Sid, pause up. Pause up. Yes, that's it. She does anticipate things that I need, and she is always there.
I nominated Sid for ACE because after I saw her capabilities, I thought she was just more than worthy of at least being considered.
Linda's the one that nominated Sid, and then she called and said she won, and then, what do you think I did? I cried. It is really pretty cool because other people will see just what she is. I know how special she is, and it has nothing to do with anything that I've done. It's just who she is.
Welcome back to AKC Good Dog TV. The Tampa International Airport's Canine unit started in the late 1990s, and it currently has 6 dogs in service at a time. It is a very busy unit, especially during the spring when thousands of tourists flock to Florida. But the unwavering commitment to keeping people safe creates this powerful bond between the handlers and their loyal canine companions.
Monday through Sunday, we have airport coverage for canines. Regardless of if it's the police department, TSA, customs, we always have canines available to do the searches that need to be done. My dog's name is Tyson. He is a 4-year-old German Shepherd, and he's an explosive detection canine. For my unit particularly, we have anywhere from 1 to 6 dogs on at all times. It took me 14 years to finally get behind the lead, and I've stuck with it ever since and just continually learning. There's always something to learn in the canine unit. The busiest time for Tampa International would definitely be spring break. It's about 660 flights a day, up to 100,000 passengers a day. So for the canines, it's a very busy time. Any unattended vehicles on our drives, any unattended bags left sitting around the terminal, those are things we get dispatched to, and we have to get on them right away because we see them as a security threat.
We get about 18,000 checked bags here a day at Tampa International Airport. Now, that's not including carry-on bags and the myriad of other things that a dog can check. Canine Caleb is a 3-year-old Belgian Mal German Shepherd mix. He's from Hungary. He's got a passport and everything. In Caleb's case, everything is productive to him. So Caleb is going to check everything. So when you see Caleb, he's a very active dog. He's very fast. He's very, very busy. But there's a lot of work to do. The more bags, the more work. That's my man. Imagine being around somebody you love and leaving work every day and going back and forth, and you have that someone with you every day, everywhere you go. Dogs are fantastic. It's probably the best job. I wish I would have known it 35 years ago.
Canine's an integral part of our security protocol.
It's a big thing because our focus is the safety of the traveling public. It's our primary concern. That's what we focus on. And the dogs take an interactive part with that. We're down these baggage claims up in the main terminal, and it has an impact. You can't quantify it, but it definitely has an impact for the safety of the public. They train every day like it's the Super Bowl. And they might go in for one play, but that play is intricately important.
We actually stop explosives. They just see a dog, but we in TSA and Tampa International Airport, this is the tip of the spear. Up, 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 up. I have a large dog. I have a large chocolate lab. People see him, he's not threatening. He's just a lovable, just going about his business, and he doesn't seem like a threat to people. So he's doing his job, just like all the other dogs do, but he does it in a more methodical way.
What kind of breed is he?
He's a chocolate Labrador Retriever.
Oh, I love him.
He's a bomb dog. He works at the airport. He's been working here for 5 years, and he's retired. He's friendly. Everyone loves a chocolate lab. The whole world loves chocolate labs. You must have a lab at home. You have a lab at home? I do. We're here to help everybody have a safe time while they're at the airport and travel everywhere in the country. It's like anytime you go to an airport, it's very stressful because you have to be somewhere, you have to get there on time, you might be running late, you're here 2.5 hours. Am I gonna make it through TSA screening? How long is it gonna be? How expensive is the food? When they see a dog, and it's like, they just forget about that for a minute. Just to take the anxiety out of flying for everybody. The passion that I have for the job outweighs everything. I mean, I'm good at it. I'm real good at what I do. You can't explain it. You have your wife, you have your kids, but your dog, your work dog, that's what it's all about. It's probably the strongest relationship you have outside your family. And if you don't wear your emotion on your sleeve, I mean, you're not human. I love what I do.
For the love of all things dog, including information on how to best care for your dog, visit akc.org. Everything we do for dogs. Welcome back to AKC Good Dog TV. Today we had the chance to meet some truly incredible dogs and handlers. From the team at Crisis Response Canines, whose dedicated group is always ready to support communities and first responders around the country, to seeing how Sid has helped her owner Bobby after her medical complications. And of course, having a behind-the-scenes look at the men, women, and dogs of the Tampa International Airport Canine Unit who work to keep travelers safe every single day. If you want to watch more great stories and incredible content from the American Kennel Club, you can always visit us at akc.tv. I'm Carol Amano, and we will see you next time right here on AKC Good Dog TV. Hi everybody, I'm Carolyn Mano, and today on AKC Good Dog TV, we are going to Orlando, Florida to celebrate 25 years of the American Kennel Club's signature event, the AKC National Championship, presented by Royal Canin. And we're going to get a behind-the-scenes look at just what it takes to pull off the largest dog show in North America. We're also going to learn about AKC Junior Showmanship, and we'll spend some time with this year's winner of Best in Show. So don't go anywhere, because AKC Good Dog TV starts right now.
Good girl. Let's go, let's go. You like the camera? You're a camera girl.
Incredible. This dog can truly run.
He's a good boy.
Oh, yeah. He is the best of the best. He truly is.
Ready, set, go! It's a championship splash!
The AKC National Championship presented by Royal Canin began in 2001, and since that time, it has grown into the largest dog show in North America with a nearly week-long series of events that culminates with the Best in Show finale. And this is really an event that every dog lover should experience just once if they can, because walking the floor of the Orange County Convention Center, it is so clear that everybody shares a passion for their dogs, while also having a real appreciation for the knowledge and precision that it takes to understand the needs of our pets. And passion, knowledge, and precision are all qualities that our partners at Royal Canin really value too, which is why they're bringing us this look at the AKC National Championship.
For Best in Show at the AKC National Championship, it will be the Giant Schnauzer.
Striker strikes gold, a national champion.
2008 AKC Eukanuba National Champion is the pointer.
Hey, there he goes.
Holly!
Now this is it. It's time for Best in Show. It's JR. It's JR.
What a terrific win.
Look at him go. The happiest winner I've ever seen.
We're thrilled that we're celebrating our 25th year. The show has grown in leaps and bounds from the very beginning. It's open to all dogs from around the world, and it's a great way to highlight not only well-bred dogs that are well-trained and healthy and happy, but the bond that you can have by participating in events with your dog.
I was fortunate enough to be at the very first AKC National Championship Dog Show, which was also held here in Orlando, different venue. And the show was very different then, smaller in scale. It was a smaller invitational only event, and it has just grown so much. It is really unmatched.
I've been involved with all 25, and my real involvement with this event is our juniors. And actually, there's some parents now who competed in juniors, and now their children are competing.
So the very first time I was here, and it was actually the first year that they had this show at all, I competed as a junior and also in the main ring. And to watch my own son come for the very first time, it's a great feeling to be here. It's amazing to see how many things have changed, but how many things have grown.
I have my dog, Tony, and he's a Shetland sheepdog. Some tips that I've learned from my mom are to be patient, to have respect for the dog, and to care for the dog.
Over 5,500 dogs are entered at this year's show, but there's a lot of other action happening throughout the building. We have agility, obedience rally, dock diving, lots of events happening this week.
Having the American Kennel Club here in Orlando is really special. The event's been here for many years and we look forward to it every single year. Orlando's very dog friendly. We were rated the #1 dog friendly destination in the country, so this is the place to be to welcome dogs.
The AKC does such a good job of putting it on, and I like that they're constantly evolving. They're constantly coming up with new ways to improve and to make it better for the exhibitors and the spectators.
The AKC National Championship and the Agility Invitational and all the other events that are part of this weekend are a great way to learn about different dog breeds, meet people that have them, but it's just a great way to have a fun day out with your family.
The AKC National Championship is presented by Royal Canin every year. We work really closely with our friends at Royal Canin to put on this great event. There's a lot of work on both the AKC side and the Royal Canin side to bring it all to life.
Our relationship with Royal Canin has been so positive. It's brought lots of educational opportunities as well throughout the week for everyone to participate in. And it's just a great relationship between the two organizations.
I think my favorite part of the national championship and what makes it really stand out to me, not only the scale and it being the largest dog show in North America, I love that it's the end of the year. We really get to celebrate the entire year building up to this large event and crowning an actual national champion.
Well, I hope the national championship really becomes the hallmark of responsible dog ownership as people watch these dogs and the owners parade around the ring, right? Because they are the very best of the best. They're well bred, they're healthy, they're well cared for, and they're great ambassadors for the sport of purebred dogs and show dogs.
This year, taking place on almost 1 million square feet of space inside the Orange County Convention Center, more than 5,500 dogs competed for the singular title of America's national champion. So with that in mind, let's go behind the scenes and see what it took to pull off this incredible event.
So the AKC National Championship Dog Show actually takes place over the course of 2 days, Saturday and Sunday over the weekend. But it's really a whole week's worth of events.
We've got the agility, we've got the conformation, we've got obedience, we've got dock diving, we've got seminars going on, we've got local clubs running their own shows, and it just feels like it keeps growing in a wonderful, wonderful way.
Take 4. The scale is really unmatched. Every year it's the largest dog show in North America, and we're just so excited to welcome so many dogs and so many people to one place.
We're certainly excited to be hosting the AKC National Championships here in Orlando. The Orange County Convention Center, we're one of the largest convention centers in the world. We are 7 million square feet of space, and this event alone has over $76 million in economic impact. And that's people staying in hotels, eating in our restaurants. This is really a great event for us.
It takes a lot of people to make this happen, between the AKC staff and the different companies we work with. Over in agility alone, we use over 200 volunteers over the course of just 3 days to run the agility part. So you can imagine what it takes throughout the full event to make it all happen.
People have been here since the previous week getting things ready to go, from building out the rings for this dog show, all of the vendor booths, building out the rings for obedience and rally. And then over in the corner is an arena that's built to showcase the evening show, the groups, and best in show at the AKC National Championship. That arena takes all week to build, from lights, carpet, walls, seating, bleachers, lots of pipe and drape, cameras, production equipment. It's a huge undertaking, lots of different teams coordinating to make it all happen.
And the winner of the sporting group tonight is the Gordon Setter.
Oh, it's a beautiful dog, one of the top sporting dogs in the country.
And first place tonight goes to the Pomeranian.
First is the Afghan.
And Gina Zeta, the Afghan hound, moving on. Now back on the big stage. The AKC National Championship is a showcase for some of the truly elite dogs from all across the country. And one of the key components to these dogs living healthy lives, both in the show ring and also at home, is their diet, which is something that our partners at Eukanuba know better than anybody. Here's Dr. Jill Klein with more on the importance of proper nutrition for our dogs.
We are at the 2025 AKC National Championship, and this is such an elite show. And part of the fact that they're here is because of the nutrition that has been part of their journey to get to this really elite show. The nutrition required for dogs, regardless of whether they are competing or they're just doing everyday activities, is really important that we hit the life stage that the dog is at and feed to that life stage based on their normal activity levels. Let me give you a personal example. I have 3 duck tollers and a Brittany. So I have some pretty high energy dogs. So I need to make certain that when we're walking and hiking, they are being fed a diet that is high enough in calories, high enough in protein to help them recreate the muscles after they're hiking, as well as high enough in the nutrients required for immune health. The flip side of that is I have other dogs who are pretty quiet. They're hitting their senior years. So that's a dog who needs a different kind of diet, because every day, nutrients that you provide your dog help to dictate how your dog's going to do that day. Over the last few years, I've seen a lot of nutritional trends that have tried to move from the human world to the dog world. And many times that is completely inappropriate. There are times when we think that we need to feed our dogs diets very rich in one particular ingredient or another because it's super sexy in human nutrition right now. And that is usually not the case. Eukanuba can address the different life stages and activity levels of all dogs. So if we talk about puppies, we know that there's a Eukanuba diet built specifically for puppies. There are Eukanuba diets built specifically for adult dogs based on different levels of activity, as well as senior dogs. And even for those dogs who might be a little bit overweight, Eukanuba has a diet for them too. Proper nutrition fuels dogs to be extraordinary in everyday lives, as well as when they're elite performers. So if we're talking about the nutrition for the dog who gets up off the couch twice a day, it's a different kind of nutrition to the dog who's competing at high-level agility contests. So what we need to do is understand what our dogs do and feed to their activity levels and their lifestyle and life stage in order to make certain that we provide the foundation for them.
It's JR. It's JR.
What a terrific win.
Look at him go.
One of the most important dogs in the history of the show would be the first Best in Show dog. It was a Bichon Frise named JR. JR was the cutest little thing you've ever seen. He was a perfect specimen of the Bichon, and he had that personality that just made people fall in love with him. He had this shtick too, where he did this thing where he'd wave his paws. You know, it's a Bichon Frise. I mean, it would be unseemly for a German Shepherd to do that, but for a Bichon who is an old-time circus dog, it was perfectly in keeping, and JR was one of the great show dogs of the early 21st century.
And then first I'll have the Doberman.
There we have Penny, the #1 working dog in America, has earned her spot in Best in Show.
And the Old English will be #1.
And first is a miniature Schnauzer.
What a choice. The top dog in the country, the miniature Schnauzer. The American Kennel Club has always truly valued the idea of promoting the sport of purebred dogs to a younger generation. In fact, the first children's handling class was actually held at the Westbury Kennel Association show of 1932, and it quickly became a really popular feature at other AKC events. Today, the AKC Junior Showmanship Program awards scholarships to really deserving junior handlers while also continuing to promote the sport. And we had a chance to meet some junior handlers at the AKC National Championship presented by Royal Canin.
It's so special to be here. I have been competing for 6 years now. I honestly just love spending time with my dogs.
I've really been showing since I was 5 years old. I enjoy getting to hang out with my friends and meeting new ones.
The thing that I enjoy most about dog shows is definitely the fact that you get to bond with your dog.
One of the great events that happens that's part of the AKC National Championship is the Junior Showmanship Competition. Junior Showmanship is where the handlers are judged for their skills and how they present their dogs, as opposed to the dogs being evaluated for their quality.
Taylor and all the juniors and the parents are really appreciative of what AKC does, because they do teach the kids safe sport. They teach them camaraderie. They sometimes make lifelong friends in this sport.
And they also have to carry a GPA that is high enough to be able to participate, which I think is an amazing requirement that AKC is given, because it gives our kids something to strive for, not only in the classroom, but also in the dog show ring.
We hope that these will be our future, both breeders, exhibitors, perhaps even employees and staff members, enthusiasts. But the big thing for me is that we also are awarding scholarships today.
For their scholarships, they require that the kids also are members of a club so that they're giving back to the community, they're learning leadership, they're learning volunteerism, they're learning more than just making your dog pretty and going in the ring. And I love that.
I am very thankful for the opportunities that Juniors has given me, but it's very fun to be able to be in this atmosphere and this environment.
I want to keep learning. I feel like that's so important, especially for all the juniors to go and to work and to learn.
I'm definitely looking forward to doing this while I'm getting older because I'll have more opportunities and more dogs to show as I get older.
It's so rewarding that they're here enjoying this. They're celebrating being able to be here. Hopefully they take an interest in learning their breeds and wanting to participate as breeders in the future to maintain our sport.
For the love of all things dog, including information on how to best care for your dog, visit akc.org. Everything we do for dogs.
Here's the non-sporting group coming on in, a very eclectic group of breeds.
One of our Nordic breeds, nicknamed the Esky. They have this beautiful sparkling white coat.
Here's a beautiful look at Kai and that beautiful clip that we see.
First place goes to this beautiful Lhasa Apso.
Oh, what a wonderful win for JJ and the beautiful Lhasa Apso.
Susan Giles certainly had a memorable week at the 25th AKC National Championship presented by Royal Canin. She was not only crowned the 2025 AKC Breeder of the Year, which is a huge honor, but her 5-year-old Lhasa Apso JJ won Best in Show. And we had a chance to catch up with Susan after a whirlwind weekend she will never forget. Today, one dog will stand alone from thousands as this year's AKC National Champion.
JJ means so much to me because he's such a sweetheart. He's such a good dog. And he's always on and always up, and he always performs. He's just the ultimate little show dog.
Best in Show at the 25th AKC National Championship Show is the Lhasa.
Whoa, JJ!
When she said the Lhasa, I was like, oh my God.
What a great win for JJ and his breeder, owner, and handler, Susan Giles.
It was very special to win with JJ, partially because this is almost the wind down of his total career, and it was at a very big, very special show, being the 25th anniversary.
You won! You're the winner!
I originally got started in showing in 1973. I've had numerous Best in Show dogs. I've had scads of Best in Specialty Show dogs. I've won the National Specialty, I think now 9 times. JJ himself won 3 of them. That's a record. But all this has led to the present and to what I'm showing now and what I'm breeding now. JJ stands for Jingle Juice. He was born the week of Christmas, so that's why he got that name. He's a very good dog. He knows when to rest, and he knows when to get up and get going and fly around the ring. JJ's success in the show ring has been fabulous. He's been the top winning dog I've ever shown, but his legacy, hopefully, has started and will be as a sire with his puppies that are being produced. It's been the best year I've had in 52 years of showing Lhasas. JJ has won a bunch of Best in Shows. I've won Breeder of the Year, and JJ won the largest show of the year. So, I mean, it couldn't have been any bigger.
The win of a lifetime, Bill?
Oh, for sure for them. What a way to cap off an incredible year.
We're We're so glad you could join us to celebrate 25 years of the AKC National Championship presented by Royal Canin. We shared a behind-the-scenes look at this incredible event. We saw that the future of the sport of purebred dogs is in great hands with the junior handlers that we had the chance to meet. And of course, we love chatting with 2025 Breeder of the Year Susan Giles and meeting her Best in Show winning Lhasa Apso JJ, who is an absolute superstar. If you want to watch more great stories and incredible content from the American Kennel Club, you can always visit us at akc.tv. I'm Carol Lamanno, and we'll see you next time right here on AKC Good Dog TV.